Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about a topic that's been making some waves recently, the possibility of not having to pay taxes on tips. I know, it sounds almost too good to be true, right? But there's been some buzz about this, especially with recent proposals from politicians. So, imagine you're a server, bartender, or anyone working in a job where tips make up a significant part of your income. You bust your butt all day, giving great service, and those tips are a big part of what makes the job worthwhile. But then, come tax time, you have to give a chunk of that hard-earned money back to the government. It's frustrating, isn't it? Well, there's been talk recently from political figures like former President Trump about changing this. He's proposed eliminating taxes on tipped income if he gets back into office. His pitch is that this would be one of the first things he tackles. And honestly, this could be huge for so many people working in the service industry, especially in places like Nevada where the hospitality industry is massive. Now, here's a key thing to understand. For this to actually happen, Congress would need to pass a law. It's not something that can just be done overnight, but the idea itself is pretty appealing to many people, especially those who rely heavily on tips. So, you might be wondering, why is this coming up now? Well, Trump's proposal comes as he's trying to get more support from Latino workers, who make up a big part of the electorate in states like Nevada. It's a strategic move, for sure, and it makes sense because tips are crucial for many workers in the service industry. Let's break this down a bit more. Under the current law, all the tips you receive are taxed just like your regular income. This means you're paying federal income taxes, Social Security, and Medicare taxes on all those tips. Even though a lot of tips are paid in cash and sometimes not reported, technically, they're supposed to be. And here's an interesting fact. In 2018, the average worker who reported tips on their W-2 had about $6,249 in tips that were taxed. That's a significant amount, right? Just imagine not having to pay taxes on that money. So then, what's the potential impact here? For workers, it means more money in their pockets. And in an industry where wages are already pretty low, every dollar counts. Employers could also see some changes, potentially needing to adjust how they report tips. Now, on the flip side, not everyone is convinced this is a real solution. Some argue it's more of a campaign promise than a practical change. The Culinary Workers Union in Nevada, for example, has been fighting for fair treatment of tipped workers for years. They're skeptical, to say the least, and believe that Nevada workers are smart enough to tell the difference between genuine solutions and empty promises. But regardless of where you stand, it's a conversation worth having. The idea of not taxing tips could significantly impact many lives for the better. It's an intriguing thought, especially for those in the service industry who work so hard for their money. So, what do you think? Do you believe eliminating taxes on tips is a good idea? How do you think it would affect you, or someone you know? Thanks for tuning in, and I look forward to hearing your thoughts on this. Don't forget to like, comment, and share your opinions. Stay informed, and let's keep the conversation going.